even use the inverted V anymore. The tree came down anyway. But that was my experience, A being the inverted V with the loop. So overall, very happy with the loop, even at the low height.
Absolutely.
AA2GF still here.
Where are you, up in New York?
Yeah, I'm on Long Island, about 65 miles east of New York City.
Okay, yeah, you're in Suffolk County. Yeah, that's nice out there. Out there. So, yeah, you're doing very good. I know Hicksville and that area, you're probably somewhere around Hempstead or what is it? Hempstead. Yeah, Hempstead, Suffolk County, right?
Yeah, that's Nassau County, actually. Every town you called out was in Nassau County. I'm further east than that. Those are Hempstead, Hicksville. They were about 15, 20, 25 miles east of the city. I'm about 65 miles out. If you've heard of Riverhead, I'm about 10 miles west of Riverhead, which is really the junction of the Twin Forks.
Okay, you're out there. Okay, Ron, very good. All right, well, I'll let you go. I'm going to adjust this EQ down because the mic is flickering a little too much, and I think I'm hitting this a little too hard. So I'm going to have to lower this down a little bit to get this thing right. I'm hitting the limiter real hard on this. So although I'm loud, I just see a little too much sensitivity. Even when I'm taking a very light breath, I see deflection, which tells me that I'm definitely hitting this audio too hard. So let me make these adjustments and get back to the other gentleman, and I'll talk to you soon. Let me know if you're usually on around these frequencies or you're on 80, around with the guys on 3845, or I think it's 3845. Nice group over there in New York. Catch you later on WB2RON K2VI.
Yeah, okay, Tony. Yeah, and I did hear somebody in the background a couple of a couple of transmissions ago who's acknowledged. But yeah, thanks for the call. That 991A is sounding great. Yeah, you might be a little hot on the audio, but it's not distorting. I mean, it's clean. So yeah, you want to back it off a little until the red lights don't flicker. 73's Tony. Thanks for the call and the QSO. K2VI. WB2RON is clear.
Hey, I'm back there, Ron, K1GMM.
AA2GF is here also. Not the big signal that I'm used to from you. Conditions aren't quite there yet. I guess probably later in the day, but sounding good like you always do, Steve. Go ahead.
Hey, yeah, you're big in here. Pushing about 500. Could be conditions or one-way propagation, which I have seen consistently on the shorter wavelengths. Very bizarre, but yeah, good to hear you. Let me check. Yeah, looks like I got a low, kind of a low drive on the ALC. So as long as you can hear me, man. Yeah, and a bunch of stations just called in. So let me see if you can pick them up there. Boy, it's getting busy in here. It's good to see. WB2RON. Hope everything's well. Maybe you can at some point let me know what's new in your world, K1GMM.
Yeah, okay, Steve. Very good. No, you're booming in. You're about 15 over 9, something like that. I should be around the same thing on the S meter. We have the same radios, I believe. I think you're on the 7000. So, yeah, nothing new, just been busy with some other things. Haven't really been on the radio that much, but I was glad to find some time today. Just wondering what you had in the way of weather. I don't know if this snow that we got went that far north. We had about 2 inches here on Long Island, mostly on the grass. On the street and pavement, it probably wasn't even an inch, but maybe 2 inches on the grass. Wondering what you were seeing up there in New Hampshire.
I'm in Vermont, but same thing. It doesn't matter. Well, it's been snowing for, I don't know, a couple hours now, and it's not amounting to anything. So nothing on the ground. Everything's been wiped out. Cold, as usual. But, yeah, I'm kind of chomping at the bit here to get outside and do some work, do some spring. I got a lot of spring cleanup, dude. It's a mess up here from the wind. A lot of wind this winter. No snow, a lot of wind, a lot of ice, and I'm on the 7300 right now, by the way. And playing with just something on this thing. Yeah, that's it. But I've been working on getting a portable station completed, and I decided I heard you in here, and I think W3OT was in here earlier, and I was like, geez, I got to get in and at least say hello. So enough dribble. Go ahead, and you are the new ringleader. How's that? In this Barnum and Bailey Brothers circus. So go ahead and pick up those other stations. I heard at least 2 or 3 in there. And good to hear everybody. This is Steve, Southwest Vermont, Kilo 1 Gulf. Mike.
Yeah, okay, Steve. I don't know. I thought you were in New Hampshire for some reason. Excuse me. Oh, I know what it is. There's another Steve on AM who's in New Hampshire, and I didn't get you too confused, but I just, he just moved to New Hampshire. That's WA12IX. I don't know if you probably know Steve. He sells those REA modulation monitors. I think you do operate some AM. I'm almost sure you do. And anyway, it's amazing what you did with that 7300. You do before I pick up anybody else or we see who else is out there, you have if I'm not mistaken, you did run a YouTube video, right, on how you set up that 7300. It's amazing with the bandwidth, the 2.9 kc bandwidth that you're transmitting, how great the audio sounds. It's just phenomenal. Just quickly, also, Steve, what mic you're using with that? Go ahead.
Okay. Yes. I really love this radio. It's very capable. Now, there's 2 things going on. The microphone is an AKG P220. And it seems to be suited to my voice very well. Now, I am not on a DAW. I'm back to the rack. I really like the rack setup. I have a few pieces of gear running behind the microphone. And it is brought in. I'm not using the USB codec to bring it in because I'm actually running the 7300 on a DAW on RX, on receive, and running a DSP system, which is quite remarkable. Rivals the Apache. I know on Signal's S7 Plus, I think it actually beats the Apache and the Expert. I'm actually doing a live stream right now. It's really amazing. It is very quiet, unbelievably quiet, and it takes signals that are like an S5, S7, and basically pumps them up to like 20 over audio level. And it's very deceiving because you'll try and work somebody and you won't realize unless you look at the S meter how weak they actually are. And you sit here, this happened to me today on 17 meters. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I looked, there was not even an S unit. It was at S0 on the front of the 7300, and it sounded like they were 20 over. So it's that's the only drawback to it, but it is really remarkable. So that's what's going on here. WB2RON K1GMM.
Yeah, okay, Steve. Yeah, it sounds really good. It's just phenomenal. Yeah, I hope the order of 7300 this month. They have them on sale. Well, on sale, 1100. I think it's 1100 or 1200. I know they went up a little bit, and with inflation and everything going on, who knows what's going to happen. But I do want to get a backup radio. I have a Kenwood TS520S with a external frequency display, but I don't use that. I need a backup radio in the basement. I'll be operating in the basement in the summertime. I might try operating this remote, through my network, the Anon from the basement. I'll probably do that too, but I do want to get a 7300. And that's why I was curious. It just sounds really, really good. Oh, just quickly, you said you're doing a live stream right now, so I'll be able to listen to this later?
Yeah, it'll render probably a couple hours. Give it a couple hours. I'm not going to be in here. It's about 2:30. I've got about an hour of goofing around, so I'll probably shut my mouth and listen for a while. And your sound great, as usual. Always sound great. And I echo the station from Virginia, who is also pounding in here really, really strong. I don't know if he's still listening, but great copy on him as well. So yeah, it'll be up. It'll render. I don't know. Probably be rendered, I would say, by 4:00. I think you can go in and watch it, but I don't know if the, what do you call it? I think it's going to be standard definition for a while until it completely, settles out. Ron, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I just made a note. I'll go and check it later. And what do I do the search? I do the search on your call letters and the date or something like that. It's been a while since I did that.
Yeah, if you hit my QRZ page, I got a direct link to the channel on there. And I'm not sure how that works. You may have to, click the little drop-down box and go to past live streams maybe, or I don't know, something like that. May not show up in the main window. It's kind of weird how that works. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's no problem. I'll figure it out. That's not an issue. So, any idea how many YouTube videos you've done to date?
I just saw that, and I can't remember the number, dude. I thought it was like 500 and something, but that doesn't sound right to me. I think I'm confusing that number. It may be 300 and something. Yeah, it's pretty huge, and I'm most likely going to be making the move to Rumble. I'm waiting to hear. I'll be doing an announcement on my channel, but I just checked with Rumble. I've had a Rumble channel for about a year now, and I think I'm going to be making the move. But I'm waiting for them to get the live streaming. Right now, it's a paid subscription to actually live stream on there, and it sounds like they're going to be changing that. So, and I'm not going to pay for it. You know what I mean? The stuff I do for free, and I'm not gonna. I decided not to domain name the website. I was thinking about domain naming the website to make it easier in a general search on online search engines, but it's all tied to my QRZ page and my YouTube channel. So I was like, I'm not going to incur any additional expenses at this point. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what is Rumble? I mean. Give me a quick rundown on what that is.
Rumble is basically the same thing as YouTube. However, it is not censored. I don't know if you're familiar with DX Commander, but his channel was brought down, I think, within the past few days or a week ago. And I'm going to be making a comment on that, a very sensitive comment on the stream, most likely, or I may put it into the chat. But you have to, on YouTube, you have to be extremely careful what you say. It is full-blown censorship on YouTube. And I think YouTube's days are actually numbered. It's been predicted and forecasted that these platforms will be most likely collapse under their own weight. So I think prudence dictates. I need to move a lot of my material. I've been downloading it, and I need to upload it to Rumble as the really important stuff. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to lose it, Ron. K1GMM.
Yeah, no, it's understandable. K1GMM, WB2RON. No, you don't want to lose that. Okay, I'm going to check that out. Something I haven't heard of, but I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, I know what you mean about the censorship and the political correctness that's going on with a lot of these websites now, and what you can and can't say, and being censored for no other reason than having different views. So it's kind of crazy. The whole world is crazy right now with everything that's going on. It's a bit scary. So anyway, I check it out, and yeah, definitely we'll take a look. Let me see what time is it right now. It's around 2:30. Just want to get an idea. I'd love to hear what I sound like coming through your system there. So anyway, I'm not going to hold it too much longer. Perhaps there are other stations out here that want to jump in. So anyway, back to you, Steve, and then I'll just go on the side here. K1GMM from WB2RON.
Okay. Yeah, and just a word of warning regarding going in and watching the video. I am running this DSP system, and it's not raw. So there's a corrective EQ on it, and if I were to crack it open so you hear all the hiss and the noise and all the other stuff, it would be more of what you really sound like. So don't use this as a way to tell what you really sound like. I would advise against that. It does affect the audio to a certain extent, as all DSP systems pretty much do, right? Even the Apaches. NR2 is probably one of the most non-destructive noise reduction systems I've seen, but there is some artifacting that you can hear in headphones in there, but it's wicked good, as you know. It's really amazing. So I figured I'd just do a preemptive strike on that one. So you go, oh my gosh, do I really sound like that? You sound very good, but if I were to put the Apache on, you would sound different, and it would most likely be better. This is like a compromise, what I'm running to kind of bring the front end under control on the 7300 with a little bit of a compromise. You see what I'm saying? And it's a worthy compromise, in my opinion. But you know what they say about opinions. All right. Let me open up the door. I'll kick the door wide open. Unless you come back for a comment, Ron. This is K1GMM Vermont.
Mobile?
Yeah, mobile station. Go ahead.
Okay, guys. November 2, Lima Kilowatt Radio. Mobile?
Okay, November 2, Lima Kilowatt Radio, mobile. Name is Steve. As you probably know, I'm up here, southwestern Vermont, just a little bit north of Manchester. Not the strongest copy, but I can hear you no problem. How you doing today? Go ahead and hit me with your name, and I'll get you in the log here. Over.
Okay, Steve. The name is Eric Echo Romeo India Charlie. And your signal here is at least 5.9 from the mobile. If I told you guys, I'm using a Kenwood 440 SAT, and it's only feeding 106-inch whip here in the mobile. There's nothing else. I mean, the losses have to be incredible. Go ahead.
Hey, it does work, doesn't it? Eric, it's working for you. You're about an S5 coming in. And I don't know if the band is really that good, to be honest with you. So, that's respectable, I think. It's funny, Eric, because just curious, before I go down that road, how do you find the HF mobile situation? Are you really into that? And if you've been doing it, have you, if you're really into it, how long have you been doing it? Do you use it all the time? Go ahead.
I've just gotten back in the ham after 30 years. My last entry was in 1991. I bought the logbook down from the attic. I picked up this about a month ago, and people did not know that it was a ham radio. They thought it was a CB. Go ahead.
Oh, that's funny, dude. When I'm on, yeah, it's great playing with the ignorant, isn't it? When I go mountain topping portable, I drive up to a place that's an old abandoned ski area, and I got these big antenna setups up there, mostly HF. Although I have done the VHF, UHF 6-meter sprints, stuff like that from up there with small beams. And people inevitably drive in. It's not a very popular spot, but people kind of come in. They do some hiking and stuff like that, and they're like, "Oh, what are you, a CB operator?" I said, "No, I'm tracking bear." Go ahead.
I see what you mean, man. I'm glad that this did not have the modification in it for CB. I didn't know. I bought it blind. The woman said, "Oh, it looks almost brand new." Well, it's not brand new. It's got a couple of cracked potentiometers. In fact, I can't use the squelch or the notch. And the AF and the RF do work, but then it has to be replaced. It's not been modified for 11 meters. because sometimes you get something like that.
Yeah, you got wiped out with a carrier part of that there, but I think I got all of it there. And the QSB is pretty much taking you out there, Eric. It's becoming very difficult. Let me put it back to you. I don't know if you want to sign, but hopefully you can hear me. This comment, I put the 857 into the mobile 3 times since 2016, and each time I put it into the mobile, and I run it's about 6.5 feet long. It's a Serio Turbo 5000, 11 meter whip. On the top of I either use Z winding coils for 20, 40, and 75 meters, or at one point I was using an inductor built on a 2-inch PVC piece of 2-inch PVC, and it was manually tappable, right? So I have that stuck on the top, and used a SiteMaster to get all the tap points for the different bands, and I'd just get out and I'd switch the tap point, and it would load. And I did have a 75 meter Z winder built onto that coil on the top, which brought it into tune on a fairly narrow bandwidth on 75 meters, right? And I used to actually talk on nets in the morning on 75 meters with that thing, 6.5 foot whip, and it actually worked. But I had these visions of grandeur that I was really going to get into it. And dude, I'm telling you, that thing, I used it the first 2 weeks, and it sat in the truck for the next 2 to 3 months, and I never even turned it on. So I was like, this thing's begging to be stolen. So I took it out and I tried that 3 times, and it was a bust. I don't know, man. I just couldn't get into it. Go ahead.
I understand what you mean. Well, I want to get something up on my property. I want to get a fan dipole for 80, or not 80, but 40 and 20. I don't think I can fit 80 on the property, but I want to do 40 and 20 once the weather warms up. Then use the...
Yeah. Now, what do you have for property at home? Are you going to have to struggle a little bit? I can tell you, I've got not much property here, about 2.25 acres, and what I can put antennas on is probably about 1.5 acres. And you know how you always think that you look at a piece of property and go, "Ooh, that's enough property," but it's really not. I'll tell you, if I were to do something different, I'd look at another place with at least 10 acres. Go ahead.
K2VI.
VI recognized.
A 50-foot pine tree, and I have that in the backyard. And
To the rubber.
a sloping dipole, a couple of them together, all for that. And I only have 1/10 of an acre, just 1/10 of an acre, so I don't have much space. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got you. I'm assuming you can go vertical. Vertical is always good, right? Listen, there was another station that broke in. I think maybe 2. So let me see if I can pick them up. And if you want to hang in there, I don't know how they copy you, Eric. But this is K1GMM Steve up here, southwestern Vermont, and I got a Kilo 2 Victor India. Good afternoon. Go ahead and take it.
Okay, very good. Yeah, this is Tony here. I was in there before. I'm just looking here, and I just made some subtle adjustments on my on the audio here, and I'm wondering, I don't know if you heard me before, but does it sound any better now, or can you just give me a little idea on how this audio sounds? I'm trying to shape it just the way I want it, but I don't want to hit that limiter too hard. So I just want to make sure that we're doing everything right here, and it's not objective. It's not on the edge of distortion or anything like that. Just a quick overview. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ron, are you still in here? I couldn't really comment. I think it sounds great. But I really couldn't tell you because I wasn't listening before. Ron, are you still listening? Because I think you and Ron were going at it there. WB2RON, maybe you can comment, K1GMM.
He must have went QRT. Okay, but you in your assessment right now, do you think it's okay, or am I pushing it too hard?
I don't think you're pushing it too hard. Looks like you were stronger before because I was listening to you guys kind of in the background there. I can't make a comment. I can tell you it does not sound like you're crushing the ALC or overmodulated or anything. Sounds pretty good to me from what I can hear. And you can go in and listen to it if you give it a while after the stream, or maybe hit the stream when we part ways here and then double back. I would say the stream has been going about 20 minutes now. So if you go back, if you were to hit the stream within the next few minutes and kind of back up and find that QSO with the mobile station down there, Eric, you should be able to hear yourself even while the stream is going. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds great. I will do that. Just on your QRZ site, it's there?
Yes. The link is there. You hit the channel, you'll see a live stream running right now. Go ahead.
Oh, fantastic. Well, that's cool that you do that. I thank you. Yes, I could probably make listen to the whole thing. That would be good. What is your call again?
Okay, my call is Kilo 1 Golf Mike. I'm up here southwestern Vermont, and the name is Steve. Go ahead.
Okay, Steve, fine business. All right, thank you. I won't hold it. Yeah, you're doing very well here. You're about a 10 over S9. When you were in before, you were about a 20. So the band is shifting around a bit, but a 10 over S9 is nothing to sneeze at. Audio is fantastic. And, I'll go on the site and I'll listen, and maybe, I can get a good idea that way. Steve, I won't hold it. I know you were talking to the other station, but thanks for the report. And I will speak to you soon. Maybe Ron will get back out there and chat with us. But I'll be monitoring right now, Steve. So, yeah, K1 GMM, this is K2VI.
Okay, and what was your name there, quick?
Yeah, the name is Tony, Tango Oscar, November Yankee.
I got it, Tony. Sorry about that. Right when you said it, I remembered you. I can't remember anything from 5 minutes ago. I kicked the noise reduction system out that I'm running. So what you'll hear is raw audio into the 7300 with no noise reduction, no nothing at 3.6 wide. So if you listen long enough, I kicked it out a few overs ago. So usually if, because it wouldn't sound right if you heard what I had running. Anyways, yeah, we'll catch you later. Nice to hear you, man. And good luck running. Really quick, what were you running, a 7000? Is that what you're running?
No, I wish it sounded like a 7000. I really sound good. No, this is just the Yaesu FT991A, the little 991A, the little shack in the box radio. And that's it. That's all I'm running here. And I do have some the EQ Plus and the 8-band I just got in line. That's why I'm doing these tests. So I do have some outboard gear with it, and the mic is an RE27. So I do have some stuff to make it sound better than it would stock. Go ahead.
Gotcha. Yeah. Just a quick sideshow. If you've got a pen handy, let me make sure I have this correct. I got to check it. I always mess up the prefix. So let me just check it in QRZ. Nope, that's wrong. Let's try that one. Okay. Whiskey 2 Victor Oscar Alpha. Whiskey 2 Victor Oscar Alpha. He has an assortment of Yaesus, and I'm telling you, dude, I was chatting with him one day. He was on a 991A. I could not believe how he got that thing to sound. Absolutely phenomenal. So if you ever get up against the wall or you want to pick somebody's brain, he's usually around, I would say, a lot of the times maybe mid-morning, late morning, up around 7220, anywhere in there. His name's Brian, W2VOA. He's really, really good with getting those Jesus to sing. Go ahead.
Okay, W2VOA, Brian. Okay, yeah, I'll look him up. Boy, I don't know how he gets it to sound good because, it's not one of the radios that are noted for good audio. But there's got to be some kind of magic that he's using there. Maybe it's a specific setting in the EQ that needs to be done, and I'm missing it. But, if I could lock this down and get his settings with the EQ, that's all I would really need. And then, of course, fuss with these also, the settings on the EQ Plus and whatnot. So, yeah, that sounds like a plan. I'm going to do that. But as far as you're listening, are you listening out at around 3 or 4, 3 or 3.2? You listening that high up? The other guy
hanging. 3.6 wide.
Okay. And does it sound like I'm running around 3.2? Does it sound a little bit more of a wider, fuller range of sound? Go ahead.
You're actually bouncing the spectrum up to 3.6, believe it or not.
Wow, that's amazing. I think it has something to do with the EQing because the radio only supposed to be transmitting out to 3K. So 3.6, it's not supposed to. So that's pretty cool. It's a 50 to 3050, which is 3K. So if I'm going to 3.6, then it has to be something with the EQ that's letting me do that.
Yeah, there was, thank you, the other station. I didn't want to leave someone hanging. Like I said, I can't remember anything from 5 minutes ago. I think there's another station hanging in here. So I'll put it back to you, Tony, and then see if we can pull the other station if you want to hang around for a second. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying. The audio, above from 3 to 3.6 kilohertz is not huge. It's not strong, but I'm actually looking at it on, I'm using an HF Plus just on a visual pan adapter. And I was watching it in the spectrum on HD SDR, and yes, you do have audio being passed well above 3 kilohertz. I can verify that, and I can hear it too, because when you're like at 2.83 kilohertz, the audio can be very harsh sounding, and there's a little bit of silkiness on the top, so it's there. Let me drop it, put it back to you quick, and then see if the other station wants to come in. K1 GMM.
Okay, very good, Steve. Okay, so that's a good description. I want to thank you for that because, you can't hear it yourself, so that's a great description. And I'll take that. That sounds good to me. Anyway, the breaking station, this is Tony here, K2VI with K1GMM up north. Steve, go ahead. Breaking station?
Is there a station that wants to come in? Go ahead. Okay, mobile station. Is that still you, Eric? Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Rick. How you doing, Steve? Kilo 2 Golf Bravo in the Mobile.
Oh my gosh, there's a couple. Hey, Rick, what's going on? K2GB. Holy cow, dude. Nice to hear you. And the other mobile station. Come back with your call and hit us with your name there. Go ahead. Okay, the other mobile station that just came in first, just before K2GB. Go ahead. I don't know if he dropped out. I'll try one more time. Mobile, go ahead. Okay, I don't know what happened. Could be the band. Band's doing a circle jerk. It's about that time, 3 o'clock. What's going on, Rick? We'll leave the door open for the other mobile station. How's it going, Rick? Geez, you're down in Virginia Beach area, I think. How you been, buddy? On the key here with, I'm going to lose track, with Tony. Actually, Tony's probably pretty close to you down in Virginia, so I don't know if you'll hear him or not. Go ahead, Rick. How you been?
I was on YouTube playing around and I saw the stream come up, so I figured I'd go out. Rudy down here, Newport News, Virginia, just outside the apartment, over.
Cool. Cool beans. Now, did you end up, when was the last time we chatted? Did you end up picking up a house? Or, no, sounds like you're still in an apartment. But I think you made a move, didn't you? From when you first got down there to another place. Go ahead and, I'm insane, dude. I can't remember. Go ahead.
No, I'm still in the same apartment. We moved in August, and the lease was up in a year.
Victor Alpha 3, Victor Mike Delta remote.
So far, after the first initial aggravation, I don't know if I got it in me to, look around for something else over.
Oh, gotcha. Vito just jumped in. VA3 VMD, boy, band is just going to hell. Vito, you're usually blowing my doors off in here. So I don't know if you have the amp running or what's going on, but I hear you, no problem. Yeah, very good, Rick. Let me see if Vito can pick you up there too. VA3 VMD, good afternoon, man. How you doing, brother? K1 GMM.
Yeah, hey, Steve. Thanks for picking me up. I'm actually on my tablet remote at my mom's place, just running 100 watts and just using the mic on the tablet. So I don't have my regular Yeti Bluetooth microphone. And yeah, the band is up and down. Even your signal, you're normally 20 over. You're just like an F9, sometimes speaking 10 over. So the band is squirrely there, brother. The band is squirrely over.
Yeah. It is. It's a little rugged. I'm surprised how much power you're running, Rick. You're just and what are you running down there? You still running the 8? What was it? 897, something like that. Is that the rig you still have in your truck or whatever? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm still running 897. I picked it up to 100 watts. I usually run about 60 out of here when I'm on.
I got him an S5 here.
I'm signed into that American 153 in the morning. I usually fit about, make it with about 60, but 100 now over.
Yeah, cool. Tony, you can hear. Was that you, Tony? You're picking him up about an S5. Go ahead and see if you can connect with Rick down there. K1 GMM.
Yeah, okay. How you doing, Rick? This is Tony here, K2VI, and I'm just messing around with this gain. It's too high. Let me get this thing adjusted. Oh, there. That's nice right there. Okay, yeah, I'm hearing you, Rick. You're doing fine over here in Virginia. Go ahead.
Roger. You're 5 and 8. I'm in Newport News, Virginia. Over.
Oh, okay. You're not too far away out there in Newport News. No problem at all. No problem copying you at all. Doing very well. Doing very well. This is ground wave here, by the way. This is definitely ground wave communication. So,
hey, John, take it easy, dude.
But doing very well.
Now.
And I hear you. You're about an S5, S6, Rick. Go ahead.
Very good. Yeah, I just parked outside apartment complex here. The 100 watts into a 40-meter ham stick over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, very nice. Excellent copy there. And doing very well. All right. Well, yeah, I'm just messing around with this, and now I'm hitting it too hard. The gain, boy, this thing is sensitive. I got to take the gain down a little on this thing, or take it. Hello. No. On the IHY, it shouldn't make a difference. I got to learn this thing a little better. But yeah, the gain on the EQ Plus has to be lowered like that, and I'm right outside the. Okay, that should be okay. How does it sound to you there, Steve? The way I have it set up right now, I'm right at the edge of the ALC, but I'm not overshooting it.
Oh shoot! You stopped too quick. And I kicked the noise reduction. I didn't have a chance to kick it out. I think it sounds good to me. The problem I find is, even with the 7300, is getting the minute you go to like any external type system. I don't know how the IHY system works, the box. I know they're wicked good. Who is it? Chaz? No, it's not Chaz. Carl, and I can't remember his call sign. He runs one of those. Always sounds great on that thing. But keeping the ALC from getting spanked is tough to do without some kind of external limiting. You know what I'm saying? Getting it under control, because it's like taking a nitromethane funny car engine and jamming it into a Volkswagen Beetle. Sometimes the audio, and that's the problem I have. Like, I just looked down just now, and I have to remember not to get too excited. I have quite a bit of limiting done outboard, and I'm still spanking the ALC. Right there, I saw it clip the red at the very top, so it's too hot. It's like walking a tightrope. Go ahead.
Yeah, but there's no evidence at all that you're hitting it too hard. I think you're just around right in there nicely. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Right up to the end, but it's not exceeding it. So I would think that I'm not hitting it too hard there now, Steve. It should sound pretty smooth. You shouldn't hear in between words. You should not hear much of a background or anything like that. This seems to be working properly now. I think I got it set nicely. This is about the best it's going to be. And I'm using the outboard EQs, plus the EQ in the radio is also being used, so I have that adjusted as well. Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't hear anything at all. I wish I had you about 20 or 30 over, because it sounds really good to me. Really, really good. I think at this point, Tony, you're going to be splitting hairs with what you got to work with. I could be wrong, and I am often, but that's how good it sounds. It sounds really, really good. The only way you could push it even harder is if you maybe had a considerable amount of rack gear. You know what I mean? Additional stuff to really push it hard. And it is capable, trust me. If you hear Brian on that thing, you'll be shocked. You'd swear he was on like some kind of SDR rig or something like that. I could not believe it. It was a 991. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I've never heard a 991 sound like that. And he's got an FTD X10. He has 1200, and he's got them all ripping. They all sound really, really good. All right, let me take a standby. I'll put it back up to Vito, VA3 VMD. Hope you had a good day, man, from K1 GMM.
Everyone be
Hey, Steve. Good afternoon. Actually, I had a wonderful day. Actually, it was run around with Mom Day today, so she had a couple of appointments. Took her to Costco for an hour. Her grin was from year to year. Surprised her and said, "Hey, you want to go to Costco?" And so we did that. Came back here. I got a bunch of her tax documents ready, and she made me a great pasta rigatoni dish with meatballs, and I don't think I could ask for much more, buddy. So there you go. K1 GMM, VA3 VMD. Go ahead, pick it up, Steve.
Okay, very good. Everybody's asking me, so where is your Rumble account? So, or what is it titled or whatever? So I can't even remember. I think it's under my call sign, but I have to go in and look. That's a sideshow. Yeah, very good. Kind of a bleh day here. I was all hot and bothered to get on 17 meters, and it was just a screwed up band. It was a mess. And so I kind of gave up on that whole scenario. I was talking to, it's funny, I was talking to a guy in Italy, made a contact. This was, what time is it? 3:00. This is a few hours ago. Must have been about 11 this morning. And, geez, I thought he was pretty strong, and I'm sitting here, and I called him, and he says, boy, he says, you're pretty light. You're about a 4.3. And I thought he was like, an S9 plus. And I looked down, he was about a 5.5. So it's one of those days, and I've seen like, I don't think Glenn, K4 GHC. I thought I had something wrong, and he's like, no, there's nothing wrong, dude. He runs a hex beam down in Alabama, and he's seeing the same thing. It's like one-way propagation. Signals coming in may be very weak, and I've seen this over the past 2 weeks where it's, you can punch into these places and you think they're stronger than they are, and they give you a better signal report on less power, and they're running beams and stuff. It's just, I was very excited because I looked at the numbers, and good Lord, K-index is 1, A is 6, the FI is 115, and the spots are 93. And I thought, geez, 15 or 17 should be pretty good. And it was, at least at my QTH, it was crap. So I was kind of, ergo, 40 meters. That's why I'm here, tormenting everyone. Vito, go ahead.
Yeah. I like 17 meters too. I throw mine. I know you're vertical. I know you're not a vertical guy out there because it doesn't work for, in your condition there. I worked a bunch of stations on the weekend on that contest up on 10, 15, and 12. And I had a pretty good time doing it. But, sometimes, Steve, when conditions are what they are, there's not much you can do about it, man. You just gotta take it for what it's worth, grab it when it's good, and, shut it down when it's not. K1 GMM, VA3 VMD.
Yeah, go ahead, Rick. Rick, you're still in there, and Tony. Did I miss anybody, Rick? You can pass it to Tony. K2GB, K1 GMM, and I'm not going to be long for this world. I'm going to have to get out of here. I'll go one more go. K2GB, all yours, man.
Very good. I missed the other day. I was on the 17th. I just picked up a hamster about a month ago for 17, so I put that on there and put the old laptop in the truck, and I realized you're gone. But I was, it's pretty amazing making it over across the other side on FD8 with a ham stick. So sometimes works out well over.
Yeah. Yeah, let me grab it quick. This morning, and this is what caught me off guard, because even FT8 was screwed up. That was a disaster. China, Taiwan, who else was in there on Zombie this morning on 17 meters? This was about 8:30 this morning. I tried to get Taiwan. This was yesterday? Was it yesterday or Monday? They can't hear me. I'm not getting in over there. No, that's right. Taiwan picked me up. I was running about, 60 watts. I think it was 60 watts. And you know how it started the exchange, and then boom, he just lost me. He was still coming in, but kind of frustrating because I want China and Taiwan. Go ahead. Go ahead, Tony, grab it.
No, I'm still here. I just didn't get back.
BM Steve, okay?
There's somebody else in there. Hold on. Okay, the braking station, go ahead. You obviously know who I am. Go ahead. Kind of a rough copy. Band is falling apart here.
Listening. He said he was going to leave, so just wanted to say good afternoon. K1 GMM, K1 BM.
Oh, Eddie. Jeez, how you doing, Eddie? Yeah, Eddie, why don't you pick it up with Rick? You probably have a good copy on Rick in the mobile down there, and then pass it off to Tony, who is shoot, I got my call signs mixed up. Tony's in Virginia as well. Just say Tony. Go ahead. See if you can grab Rick and send her all the way around back up to Vito. K1 GMM. Good to hear you, man. I add a couple little things to the mix, man. I've been watching your stuff, so I add a couple things. I guess the sound might change a little too. Okay, no problem. We'll chat another time. No problem. Hey, good afternoon to you there, Rick. Everyone BM up here in Boston. There you go.
Yeah, I was just messing with this, Steve, and the rate actually goes out to 2.9, 103K, so that's 2.9. It's amazing that I'm going up to, like you said, 3.4 But, hey, I'm not going to argue with that, man. I'll take it. Same phenomenon with my FTDX10. People say you're up to 3.7 and it only goes out to 3K. So it's got to be something in the audio chain here. I didn't think an outboard EQ gear could widen the bandwidth. I thought that was all in the radio, but I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah, but it's way down out there.
Yeah, it's down. It's down, but I can still hear it, and that's the catch. I can easily hear it coming through, because, like I said, you listen to a signal at 2.8 kilohertz. If you listen to audio at 2.8, there is nothing silky about 2.8 to 3 kilohertz audio. The silk is going to kick in maybe starting around 3.3. 3.6, definitely 4 kilohertz. Oh, absolutely. So it's just like the 7300. The 7300 will pass audio to about 3.1, but it's got to be done via brute force. You know what I mean? And it will pass audio all the way down to 40 hertz as well. Been there, done that, and I've had people verify it. Things are going to get unwily here, so let me put it to Rick. Coming your way, Rick, and I'm going to step aside, and then Rick put it up to Vito, because I do have to get moving. I got to get out of here because I got to go get my daughter. K2GB, and then up to VA3 VMD. Nice to hear you, Rick. We'll catch you soon, buddy. K1GMM, and nice to hear everybody else as well. Have a great afternoon. K1GMM.
Okay, Steve, nice talking to you. Glad I grabbed you while I couldn't hear I just want to make a comment on the FTA. I just said cell thoughts on that, man. It's kind of weird. And shortwave systems. It's like I have a problem with the other cars, let alone those. Take care of 73. The other guy there, Vito, go take it.
All right, Rick, 73's my friend. Good hearing you. And Steve, good hearing you too, my friend. They're doing real well. I'm going to take a standby for now. Yeah, even the power output, even at 100 watts I'm setting it at, it's peaking up to about 120 watts PEP. So when they adjust them out of the factory, they give you a little extra, I guess. I don't know. 20 watts ain't going to be much. But I do notice that. So everything is pushed to the limit out of the factory. This radio's never been touched. So, all right. Steve, I'll see you later. Take care. I'm going to look up that W2VOA and see if you give me some tips on that. Thanks for the help. And we'll talk to you soon, Steve and Rick. W1GMM, K2VI.
Yeah, we'll see you later. Reach out to Brian. He's a great guy, man. Serious. I haven't known him that long. I've known him since about 2016. 7-3. We'll catch you soon. Vito. Bandito, we'll catch up with you in a little while. Maybe after I get home, if you're still on around, I'll track you down, buddy. K1GMM.
7-3, guys. K2, give me clear.
Oh, yeah. All right. I got to get out of here, you guys. Let me go down through the chat really quick. Yeah, kite antennas, really cool, man. I hear those are amazing, especially on the beach. Gosh, you fly a kite antenna on the beach over the ocean? Oh, crap, yeah. It's amazing. Robbie, how you doing? Can you fix the scope rather than have it centered? I don't understand what you're asking. Are you referring to HDSDR? Which Rumble account? Got there. Let's see. Yeah, I like console better, Robbie, as well. If I'm monitoring through console, but I'm not monitoring through console right now. I just like this big scope, or this big spectrum. Big, huge spectrum on HD SDR. I just tend to gravitate this as a control surface. Edward. Yeah, and a quick comment about DX Commander. Because somebody asked me about that. Move the screen, does it slide across the screen? Yeah, let me stop the panic. Let me stop the auto sequence here. So if I click on this, right, I can just go across the screen. So what I do is I set my bandwidth to the bandwidth I can transmit in. So at the bottom end, I've got 120. So 125 is the limit. Actually, 128 is the limit right here. I can't go beneath that. And this is 7300 up here. So I adjust the bandwidth on the spectrum so that I can't even see beyond what I'm allowed to transmit in. So you can zoom this in and out. So I set my zoom appropriately. So that's how that works. It doesn't snap to center, if that makes any sense. The top scope. I like it up there. Oh, you're talking about the waterfall, Robbie. The waterfall. I like the waterfall up there because keep in mind, these monitors are huge. They're 32-inch monitors and they're very high. What the frick? It didn't. Stupid OBS. I don't, on HDSDR, I don't pay attention to the waterfall. So technically, I often run it like this. I just blow the waterfall right out because I don't even look at it. I'd rather have the spectrum lower on the screen because I don't have to look up as high. The spectrum falls almost within my line of vision. I still have to look up a little bit. No, John, my voice goes shot on me, especially in the afternoon. It just falls apart, and this is what's been happening over the past couple of weeks. It's very, very rough. Hey, Paul, how's it going? So there's Harry Paul. So let me just make a quick comment about DX Commander Callum. And nothing heavy. I feel for him. Am I surprised? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So you have to be extremely careful on most of the. Rumble is the only one that I know of, and Odyssey. I think someone mentioned Odyssey. I'm more of a Rumble guy. I like Rumble. I don't know. I think Odyssey, I don't know what their protocols are on streaming. Not exactly sure. I follow some guys that do a lot of stuff on Odyssey. Great platform. As far as Callum goes, am I surprised? No. We've been dealing with this for over 2 years now. Excuse me. And anybody who thinks that this won't happen to them is a fool. I'm not saying Callum's a fool, but don't push it. Don't push it. You will get suspended and or the account will be completely taken down. So I think the time is now. Anybody who wants to talk about certain things, you can't even say particular words, not even specific words. Your account will be brought down. Full-blown censorship, folks. So if you're going to stay on ScrewTube and these other platforms like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and you're going to run your trap, get ready because they're going to shut you down. There's no freedom of speech on these platforms anymore. So just be careful. That's all I can say. If you value your account, The one reason why I'm looking to make the move is that I'm a person of principle. And I cannot justify in my own mind that they would be able to push advertising and make money off of my videos and do what they do. That is very uncool. Very uncool. So yeah, that's why I will be making the move. It's a waiting game at this point. 7-3 all. We'll catch you later. Have a super fun evening, and nice to see everybody on the stream. Oh, John. You're welcome, John. And nice to see you, man. I appreciate all your support, everybody. I really do. I really do. I just hope you guys follow me over there when the time comes. And yes, I will announce it. So I won't just disappear. The only reason I'm streaming on this platform right now is because I can't do it on Rumble as it stands right now. So there you go. We'll see you all later. Hey, Doug, how's it going, man?